Because there is a wide range of human experience, there are lots of ways to make art, and no one way is the right way. But sometimes, when you're a student artist, it's hard to know where to start and where to end up. We're going to take a look at one way that many artists use to get from the idea in their head to the final completed artwork, and use some tricks of the trade which should help you understand how to approach your own art making more thoughtfully. Let's say you have an idea for an artwork, or at least your teacher has assigned you a theme or a subject. How do you translate that idea into a visual form? The process we're going to talk about is for a still life painting using acrylic paint, but whatever your style or medium, these steps can be helpful. A good way to start is by making what are known as thumbnail sketches in your sketchbook. Making thumbnail sketches is essentially brainstorming using drawing instead of words. Thumbnail sketches are the place to experiment with how you are going to fill up the artwork with the elements you want to include. An artist needs to consider the whole space, in this case the edges of the painting surface, to make all areas of the painting interesting to look at. Thumbnail sketches are small and not meant to be masterpieces. Your finished artwork will be your masterpiece. They should be done quickly with no erasing. If you don't like something, just move on to the next sketch. Don't be afraid to build on what you are discovering. Each sketch does not need to be unique. Most of your sketches you will not use, but they are not mistakes. They are ways to learn about what works best visually to express your idea. Composition is a term artists use to describe how they arrange the elements in their art. There are lots of ways to think about composition, and the best composition is the one that expresses your ideas most effectively. However, one standard trick that artists sometimes use is called the rule of thirds. It is a time-tested way to create a visual emphasis and balance in your work. There are lots of good videos out there that explain about the rule of thirds in composition, so there's no need to explain it here. See if you can figure it out from these thumbnail sketches. Once your composition is worked out, it's time to start working on the actual artwork. Think about when you've been in a gallery or museum and how the art there had a certain presence. Whether big or small, a finished artwork shows the skill and pride of the artist in presenting the work for others to see. Find a nice piece of paper or canvas to get your ideas from your sketchbook out into the world. Make sure you have the right tools for the job. Have a good-sized, clear space to work. Create the conditions where you can focus on your art making. When transferring your composition to the larger painting surface, don't be too worried about making a perfect match with the sketches. Your thumbnail sketches are guides, but now that you are working on the actual artwork, you need to pay attention to the artwork's surface and react to what you see happening in front of you. When you are ready to start painting, work from the big to the small. Get some thin color over the entire surface first. Work on different parts of the painting before finishing any one area. Try to bring up each layer of the painting up to the same level of completion before you move on to the next level of detail. A good rule of thumb is that every time you add something to the painting, everything changes a bit. Therefore, if you spend a long time making something in the corner complete before working on any other part of the painting, by the time you get to the other side, it may not look the way you want it to anymore. Don't worry if things don't look so great in the beginning. Working layer by layer, gradually your painting's details will come into focus. Your style can be abstract or representational, energetic or quiet, elegant or rough. It doesn't matter, but your finished artwork should look like it was done thoughtfully, with care, and it should represent your intentions effectively. Not every artist makes thumbnail sketches or follows the steps we've looked at. Some like the spontaneity of just starting directly on paper or canvas. Remember, there are no rules for making art, but as you are learning about technique, exploring different themes in art class, and developing your style, this approach may help you make art that is more satisfying and fun.